I mean, my feeling after I finished this movie was that I didn't want to ever watch a video on the internet again. I'm Alissa Wilkinson. I'm a movie critic at the New York Times. I saw Faces of Death, directed by Daniel Goldhaber. This movie stars Barbie Ferreira as a content moderator at a kind of TikTok-like app. She comes across these videos of executions that are so highly produced that she assumes that they can't possibly be real executions, and so she lets them out onto the feed. But then she keeps seeing more of them, and she starts to realize that some serial killer might actually be recreating for real the executions from the original Faces of Death. So that original is in fact a real movie. It became the first viral video long before we even had the internet. It pretended that it was a documentary made by a doctor who was fascinated by the moment of death.
I'm Dr. Francis Gross, and over the past 20 years, I've compiled a library of the many faces of death.
And so it was just filled with all these clips of people dying. You kind of believed that they were real. Some of them were staged, and some of them were news clips or documentary clips that had been purchased, but none of them were actually people being killed for the documentary itself. But the legend of Faces of Death just spread for decades. One thing that's really interesting about watching this new Faces of Death is that it really shows you how differently we watch video now. You know, in 1978, you watch this execution and you think, oh, that might be real. Now you watch it and you assume this must be fake. But there's this added layer where when I watched it, I wondered why she didn't think this is AI generated. It turns out this is because the film was shot in 2023 and set in 2024, which was right before the advent of AI video. Our viewing expectations have changed even in the last 2 years. Like, you're watching this video and you're assuming I'm real, but I could be AI generated. I'm not, but I could be. If you are interested in Faces of Death, or if you remember whispering about it in the hallway, or if you're kind of curious about this idea of virality and thinking about how we watch video in this way, I think this movie is a good one. It's also just a pretty good straight-ahead slasher horror film, if that's your jam.